Meanwhile, I want to just say this. Hats off to you. I've been watching Verse. I've been watching Scope. Hats off to everyone who's already moved forward with their staking for their Vitru in exchange for the Verse. In the last 30 years in marketing, Nick, I have always heard from leaders say this. They say you don't know what you don't know. And whenever they say that, I'm wondering like, yeah, how in the hell am I gonna know if I'm not part of you guys? But today I'd like to say to our audience, they don't know what they don't know. And for those who have made a decision of moving forward with Verse, man, you guys didn't just do the right thing. You did something that is really, in my opinion, that is really going to be great in the coming future, because Verse is for the future. It's not for today or tomorrow. It's for the future. But once you find out what Nick and Mike and Jace has in store for this project, you guys would be blown away. So hats off to you, Nick. I know you're an amazing, amazing leader, amazing person, amazing developer.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about SEVO. I'm excited. You know how I wish I can show myself so people can see my level of excitement. I'm actually wearing an orange shirt to match Garfield, but too bad. Maybe I'll do another Zoom meeting or something where everybody can see me, right? Um, but thank you everyone, because Garfield has always been looking at and following a Vitruvio blockchain. I always said that if blockchain does not succeed, none of the things that we do will ever succeed. I always said that. So even in my group of investors that I deal with for the last 6 months, I say to them, Vitruvio first before Sabong. So I don't want you guys to think that the things I do is for Sabong first and then Vitruvio. No, it's always going to be Vitruvio first, then Sabong NFT, then now SEVO. SEVO, as you know, is a Sabong evolution, short for Sabong evolution. But I'm excited to talk a little bit about this because, in my opinion, I think you can probably correct me, and I'm willing to be wrong just in case I am. I think this will be the first token that's ever been created that will bridge over two blockchains, meaning one of which is Vitruvio, and it's gonna rebase in tandem with Vitru. So in other words, when Vitru is rebasing, Savo will also be rebasing. And then it is also linked or pegged to Bitcoin. Some of you, or if not all, probably wonder, how in the hell is Garfield going to do that? We've never heard of a token or a coin that's ever pegged to Bitcoin. I think we can all agree why, because of the volatility, right? Well, I think it's an amazing opportunity to be able to share with you that Sabo being linked to Bitcoin to its price differential or price multiplier. Those are two different terminologies that we'll be using and that you guys will be seeing as well. Um, when Bitcoin goes up, think of it this way: Savo goes up. When Bitcoin comes down or decreases or declines, Savo comes down but burns. The burning mechanism kicks in. So this is going to be a real exciting opportunity, in my honest opinion. It's going to be an exciting opportunity. So just the highlights. As a matter of fact, I'd like to share with you while you're listening, so at least we're all looking at it together. Um, you can go to savo-x.com so you can access the website. Uh, I'm just going to highlight some of the things that you want to know. Um, Vitruvio native token is Sabo cross chain token is Sabo X. I mean, this right here, Sabo is the native token in Vitruvio blockchain. Sabo X will be the other term for it would be the wrap, but we call it Sabo X. When SEVO is bridged to other chains, it is burned on Vitruvio and minted as SEVO X on the remote chain. SEVO X on chain X must be burned to mint SEVO on Vitruvio. These are just highlights that you want to know. SEVO X will exist only on chains where it is desirable to trade on a DEX or a SEX. SEVO supply grows with its Vitruvio rebase. SEVO supply grows or shrinks with Bitcoin 24-hour price differential. Here's a good thing. Burn-proof wallet will be available, okay, to the egg NFT holders. The burn-proof wallet, okay. We'll scroll down a little bit here. SEVO Bitcoin and Vitruvio redefine adaptability and growth. So the synergy of SEVO Bitcoin and Vitruvio creates an unstoppable force in the blockchain ecosystem, blending the proven resilience and global dominance of Bitcoin with SEVO's dynamic flexionary currency and Vitruvio's cutting edge blockchain infrastructure. So SEVO does have a double multiplier. If we can scroll down a bit there on the next screen. By combining the Vitruvio rebase multiplier, which provides consistently daily growth tied to the Vitruvio blockchain, with a 24-hour Bitcoin price multiplier, SEVO dynamically adjusts its supply to reflect both market trends and blockchain performance. Okay. Here you will see, as we scroll down, we have a different ticker. This is the SEVO X, the bridge that takes SEVO innovation beyond its native network, unlocking seamless interoperability with major blockchain ecosystems like Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. As you can see here, when we scroll down, you'll see the mint date. Keep in mind, guys, it'll be on January 15th, so it'll be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, all of the egg NFT holders will be able to mint, because as you know, Garfield's always been for the people. So you will be able to mint. You don't need to buy, because if you're a holder of the egg, you will be able to mint. And Garfield has decided to give, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's 50 SEVO per egg. So it's quite, I know that some of you have 40, 50, 100. There's actually someone who's carrying probably over 200 eggs, so you can just immediately multiply your reward there for being a loyal supporter. Okay. Unlock the potential. Scrolling down one more page. Through its dual rebase mechanism, SEVO harnesses the power of Bitcoin's market resilience and Vitruvio's daily growth, creating a token that thrives in all conditions. This unique approach empowers users to leverage cutting-edge tokenomics for growth opportunities, long-term value preservation, and seamless integration into real world and decentralized finance ecosystem. And moving forward to the next page, the stability and growth you will see within the SEVO token, dynamic supply adjustments, adapts daily with Vitruvio rebases and Bitcoin price changes, DeFi integration, seamlessly interoperable cross-blockchain ecosystem with SEVO X, and finally the burn-proof wallet protects stakers and private investors from supply burns during volatility. That's the reason why, at least in my understanding, that's the reason why there's really no token or coin out there that's ever pegged to Bitcoin, because of its volatility. But we also know that Bitcoin is a granddaddy. It's proven its worth, and that's what gets me excited. Moving forward to the dynamic growth with stability, and you'll see here burn proof protection. Again, if you're an early investor or you're a staker, okay, when you stake, just so you know, 95% is will be staked, and then 5% will be liquid, will be available. Scrolling down, most groundbreaking token, and that's pretty much it. If you scroll back up, Nick, you will see, for you guys that are looking at the website, you will also see a comparison there. You'll see the FAQ. Uh, in all honesty, we've spent a lot of time in the FAQ because we wanted to make sure that we're able to answer all the potential questions so that none of you will feel like you're lost. You know, you don't know what it is or where to find the answer. So the FAQ provides, if you click on that, it provides pretty much, at least in my opinion, everything. It gives you the questions for Explorer Mint. Let's open that up real quick. You know, what is the Explorer Mint? Okay. Well, the Explorer, okay, Mint allows Sabong egg holders to claim. I'm laughing because it sounds like it's funny, but it allows Sabong egg holders to claim and mint 50 SEVO. There you go. Okay, locked for 3 to 12 months based on rarity for each egg in their wallet. You know, I think that's a pretty good giveaway, Nick. Don't you think,
I
for
think
the
it's
egg
an amazing
holders?
giveaway. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So basically, because I got a few eggs, you're saying that anyone who has an egg can come and claim. So this is like an airdrop, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. When they go there on Wednesday, they can just claim. They don't need to buy because they're a
Okay,
holder. If you Yeah, if you have 10 eggs, you can claim 10 times 50 savo. If you have 100 times 50 savo, that's yours for free.
cool. That's very cool.
You
I
don't
like it.
need to buy. I mean, of course, you have the option to buy, but you don't need to buy. It's not mandatory if you're a holder.
All right. So obviously, getting tokens is the main thing, but I see the next question here is what is the benefit? So let's look at that. Ooh,
Oh, the next question. Claiming through Explorer Mint makes your wallet burn proof. See, that's the exciting announcement that I wanted to share with everyone, especially those who are holders. So if you hold one egg, you're a holder. You hold 100 eggs, you're a holder. Okay, so there's no discrimination, meaning everyone's treated equally when it comes to burn proof wallet. So if you're a holder, you get your wallet will be burn proof on Wednesday, starting Wednesday, ensuring it is protected from supply reductions caused by Bitcoin price decreases.
yeah. Got a minute on this real quick because I want to wrap my brain around it, and I think other people also. So it seems
Okay.
like it's an important benefit, this burn proof, but I just want to make sure I understand it correctly. So I come to the site on Wednesday and I can mint based on how many eggs I have in my wallet, and I can get 50 savo for each, right? But
Correct.
I'm trying to understand the burn proof part. So my wallet then becomes burn proof, which reading this here ensures it is protected from supply reductions caused by Bitcoin price decreases. So you've got the
Correct.
the two chain link up. You've got the rebase link up for Vitruvio, and with the Bitcoin price, as I understand it, let me just can I just go back to the homepage 1 second? I just want to see that
Yes.
language
Yes.
there.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah.
where was it? Shoot. Yeah, here we go. So 24 price, 24-hour Bitcoin price. So if I understand this correctly, what you're saying is that as Bitcoin goes up or down in the past 24 hours, you're gonna uh, grow or potentially what's the word I'm looking for? Shrink, I guess. The
Lose.
lose
Lose. I mean, yeah.
the supply based upon this, but burn proof means that you won't. Is that right?
Correct. So I'll give you an example real quick, Nick.
Yeah.
Let's say you have 1,000 SEVO in your
Uh-huh.
wallet, and the Bitcoin increased 10% tomorrow. Okay, so your wallet increases along with the Bitcoin price increase, right? But the following day, the day after tomorrow, Bitcoin drops 15%, for example. Then your wallet drops 15%, right? However, if your when burn mechanism kicks in, your wallet is not affected. And on top of that, because of the boost that you get from the V-True rebase, in other words, your wallet continue to get the boost from the rebase from V-True side. And so because of the burn mechanism, in other words, the supply of SAVO also decreases, right? Because of the difference. So when Bitcoin goes up again, the market will dictate that SAVO will go up because the supply continue to decrease or shrink or because they get burned.
Got it. Got it.
Does that make
So
sense?
so sounds like, if correct me if I'm wrong, but there's really significant upside, but very little. There's I don't see any downside to someone coming on. In fact, on Wednesday and minting this. In fact, I think that it's something that you'd want to do, because it's a huge benefit, right? You can essentially make your wallet, what's the word, burn proof,
Untouchable. Yeah,
immune, just by going
immune. There
ahead
you go.
and minting. So it's like you've got a coupon for something free. Just use it. Okay, I get it now.
That's correct. Yeah.
Cool, cool.
So it,
Uh,
it says the
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
like yeah, the next question there is, can egg holders mint additional SAVO? I mean, the answer is yes. Egg holders can mint additional SAVO at a pre-sale discount price of 0.03 in USDC. Is it mandatory? No, it's not. If you're a holder, you hold one egg, you qualify for the burn proof wallet on Wednesday. Um, when does the Explore Mint begin? I'm getting ahead of myself, but it is Wednesday, January 15th, and remains open until January. Made a mistake there, January 29.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going back. We're, yeah, 29, January 29.
Okay.
Who is eligible for Explorer Mint? Only wallets that minted eggs directly from the Sabong mint page are eligible. So in other words, say for example, I have 50 eggs, right? If I wanted to send 50 eggs to 50 different wallet, I can't do that because I only bought that 50 eggs from one wallet. Does that make sense?
Mm. Okay. So I will get tokens based on the number of eggs I'm holding in my wallet that I bought,
Correct.
not that were gifted to me or transferred to me or something like that. Got it. Okay. So the egg holders that were part of sort of our giveaways and all that we did together. I remember you gave some eggs away. Those would not be eligible then. Yeah.
Well, if you come to think of it, if I'm not, maybe I'm wrong, but if I understand it correctly, um, even though the giveaways, well, probably not. Maybe some of them didn't buy at all, but you're right. I mean, if that means they didn't mint, they just receive it, right? They just receive it in their wallet. But most of the people, most of the holders that we have in Sabong have minted at least one egg.
Hmm. Okay.
So let me just, yeah, you gave me something to think about, because if they have an egg in their wallet, I think they should be qualified.
Yeah, I think for
But
the
what I'm trying to
giveaway,
figure out,
for the giveaway, uh, did you? I don't remember how. I think that you transferred them from your account, right? From your wallet,
right,
right?
right.
Ah, so then that would not be minted directly. Well, anyway, I guess that's the question that comes to mind because I was part of those giveaways. So I just
Right,
maybe
exactly.
we
No,
can
I hear you. I think there's a reason why we wanted to make sure that only you know what? I think we should stay on the minted eggs because we just don't want to create any confusion. Meaning, because if I allow it to to if I allow any wallet that carries an egg, then anybody can if a person holding 100 can send it to 100 wallet and burn proof 100 wallets. So I think for safety and fairness, if you bought one egg at 40 USDC, you qualify to burn proof your wallet. And of course there'll be more many other giveaways from Garfield anyway. So I think just to be safe, I'm reading through this who's eligible. Only wallets that minted eggs directly from Sabong are eligible.
Sense. So if you go and buy one on a marketplace just to have it, you would not be able to benefit from this, which I think makes sense. You're
Yeah,
in a way, I see this as you're thanking your supporters, those who are supporting the project directly. So I get that. Yeah.
exactly. And of course there's still no denying that the goal of Sabong is to continue to raise fund. You know what I mean? So, as much as the cat wants to be generous, he doesn't deny that his goal is to continue to grow the ecosystem so that it can ultimately help the blockchain bring in the masses.
Yeah. Let's say people come and they mint their free SEVO, but according to this one here, you can mint additional also at a pre-sale discount price of 3 cents. Yeah.
Correct.
So
That's correct.
so what is that discount? I mean, how much is that discount from I guess the next sale or whatever?
Well,
What is that?
you will see if you can. Yeah, if you can scroll up. Let's click on that public sale.
Public sale? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it
Okay.
says
Ah,
there,
okay.
when does single public sale begin? So public sale, forgive me, I that's an error. Public sale begins on January 30 at a price of zero point zero 0.05. So in other words, you're kind of getting about a 40% discount, if you buy during pre-sale. Because when we hit the pink sale, it'll be zero point zero 0.05. That's the difference.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we have to read December. Wherever we see December, we read it as January. Yeah. So
Yeah,
okay. So the end of
my
this
my,
month.
my bad there. Yeah, it's an error there. I'll get that corrected.
No worries. So 3 cents versus 5 cents. So the public gets it at 5 cents, and egg holders get it at 3 cents. And wait, you had the date there. Sorry, I gotta go back here. End. Ah, okay.
January
This
30.
makes sense now.
Yeah.
January 29th is when it ends. Well, that's been corrected as we were talking. So I bet,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's good. So at least someone's watching me. Someone's
There
watching
you
over me, Nick.
go. Look at that. Real time. Like that.
Okay,
I just
there you
refreshed the
go.
page and the edit was there.
That's good.
When
So
will
yeah, on the 29th, the mint, January 15th to the 29th, that's the time that you can mint your, I mean, you can burn proof your wallet. On the 30th, we go public.
all right. So
So the
are
only
you
way you can burn proof, I'm sorry, but the only way you can burn proof at that time is when you stake. Okay, because remember, it's for the stakers and for the early investors, the burn proof wallet.
so if you're in the public sale, you will not have burn proof, yeah?
No, not unless you stake.
You stick. Okay. So
Yeah.
that means that how many egg holders do you have right now?
I think we're about 200,
Okay, so
a
that means
little
that
less than 200.
200 or so wallets are going to be pretty unique in that they will have automatic burn proof and they don't have to stake.
They don't have to stake.
Wow, that's cool. Um, all right, and then this is a question here: when will SEVO begin trading on a DEX. Okay.
That's right after the, few weeks after the public sale. So it depends on which comes first. Is it hitting the hard cap, or is it the allotted time expiration?
Got
So
it.
whichever comes first. But of course, our goal is to hit the hard cap, and we feel that we will.
Yeah, Irish posted there 192 wallets. So that's 192 burn proof wallets. So that's great. So basically, if I understand the timeline correctly, starting the 15th, which is what, Sunday, Wednesday through January 29th is when these 192 wallets, or let me ask you this actually. So there's 192 wallets that have minted from
The minting,
your eggs right now, but
right?
that can number can change, right? It can increase. So would anyone doing it? Is there like a time constraint that they have to have done it
Oh
before,
no,
or can they do it now?
a
And
very good question. Yeah,
yeah,
very good question. Let me just back up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you buy an egg today, you still qualify because we have it until the 29th. And then backing up a little bit more. So say for example, you're one of the holders, right? You're one of the supporters, and you mint on January 15 all the way up to January 29. You asked me something a while ago that if they buy into the pre-sale, they don't have to stake and they're burn proof. No. Remember, it's the investor and the stakers that's burn proof. So we need to also be careful that what if you buy a million during pink sale and you dump a million after pink sale? We don't want that, do we?
yeah,
So remember, there's always going to be uh, that immunity. You have that in your wallet,
mm,
but there needs to be a commitment because we've already given you, being a holder, we've already given you 50 sable per egg, right? So when you buy into pink sale, I think to protect the entire community, you still need to stake whatever it is that you buy in pink sale. What you got for free, what you got when you minted January 15th, that's free to you. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to stake that. But what you buy in pink sale, you need to stake that, or you run the risk of reducing your wallet back to burning, getting burned. Meaning, burning is not really bad, Nick. If I make, elaborate on that a little bit. Burning, we actually call it a sweet and sour.
mm,
It's sour because it burns, but it's actually sweet because when it burns, it reduces the supply.
mm. It's interesting. Yeah. So you just said something that made me go back and look at this first post. You said that the the SEVO that you get, the 50 SEVO you get per egg from if you've minted, you don't need to stake that, but it is locked, right?
Yes,
So that means you have to basically hold on to it for a bit.
whatever because remember, in if you read through the Q&A, and I know there's a lot of FAQ here. If you read through the FAQ, you'll see somewhere in there about the allocation, about the total supply. What's
Mm.
locked is 95%, 5% is liquid, and that is to not only protect the community but also the stability of the token.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of categories here. Four, five, six, seven. Yeah, there's like 30 categories here. This is great. This is a lot of information. But I think the key thing also, if I may also ask a question about the earlier part, so I think I understand and I'm pretty clear on the burn proof wallet now. So obviously, people might have their wallet hacked or something. In that case, you're just out of luck, right? If your wallet
um
one that's burn proof, I guess you're just out of luck then if it gets hacked or something.
y- yeah, we cannot we don't want to take the responsibility of being accountable for that hack. Otherwise, we would have to do it for everyone. I mean, I think that that's pretty universal, if I may
Yeah.
if I may say that, pretty universal in the crypto space. That when you get hacked because of for whatever reason, um, it's a sad situation. But I don't think we can do anything about it. But if we can, of course, we will.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about this double multiplier because it's very interesting to me because I think this is the first project that's using the rebase contract. So I'd announced the rebase contract, I don't know, probably a year ago at this point, where we
Yeah,
have a contract
that's
on
right.
chain which tracks the rebase value. So if you want to have a contract, you can use that rebase multiplier for anything. So maybe you got a game or something. So it looks like
And that's
I'm
what we
gonna
did.
guess.
That's what we
I'm
did,
gonna guess
Nick.
that this
Sorry.
is sorry.
That's what we did. Yeah, we realized that it's available to anyone who wants to build on the Vitruvio blockchain to utilize that contract, and so we did.
Yeah. So I get that. That's pretty straightforward. So you've got that one multiplier coming in, and that's like a very small number, but it grows over time. So now you've got the supply multiplied by that, and then you're gonna multiply it again by the 24-hour price change using the example you gave, where Bitcoin dropped 15% or whatever. And so that
Right.
gives you the final supply number. But if I have a burn proof wallet on days where the Bitcoin price jumped, I would benefit. But on days where the Bitcoin price dropped, I would see no impact on my wallet. I wouldn't see a negative impact on
Correct.
my. Yeah. Oh,
That's
wow.
correct. Nick, if I may,
Yeah.
if you scroll up a bit and click on, you can click on the data there that says data.
Hmm.
If you click that, we actually sample the entire year of how Bitcoin performed. So we created that spreadsheet, and I know you're very well versed anyway in looking at that. And I'd be glad to hear you look into that into this and give your approval that, oh wow, yeah, so it does work. So that's from January 1 of 2024 until the end of January December 30, 2024.
It's a stark reminder that Bitcoin went from 44 to what is it? 94 in 1 year. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy wild.
that's
Okay.
right.
Okay, I see this here. So yeah, this is the Vitruvio multiplier. Okay, and I guess, okay, the red one is when it went down. So yeah, let's see, $45 here, and it went to $42, and so that went down, and so the multiplier went down. Okay, I get that. And the Vitruvio multiplier is pretty straightforward. So Garfield, there is one minor thing I see here that this is fine for a model, but in
Hmm.
real life, we probably won't be achieving a daily multiplier right away. It'll probably take some time, maybe 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, even with the reset formula. So that would
Oh yeah,
mean
yeah,
that it will just keep the last one, right? So, for example, let's take this one here. This is on the 6th. The multiplier was 1.004, and
right.
if there were no rebases for say 3 days, it would just keep that 1.004, right?
It stays the same, yeah, because it's based on the epoch. So if it didn't reach that threshold, then nothing happened.
Yeah. So this basically assumes daily, but it may not be daily. But this one is guaranteed daily because the Bitcoin price is gonna change daily. I mean, I see some
Fluctuate.
days where it's kind of stable, but not by much. Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're saying if they had 1,000 SEVO in the wallet, then um, oh, so this column here is uh okay. There's a combined multiplier here. Oh. the combined multiplier is multiplying these two. That's interesting. So you multiply the Vitruvio one and the BTC one, and that gives you a combined multiplier, and then you multiply that. Oh, that's a lot. That's like a lot of multiples. But here's where I see the benefit of a burn-proof wallet. So this is where, like on this date, if you go back to our example here, dipped. The price dipped, and
on the stick.
in the regular wallet, your balance would have on that day would have been 952, but in a
Correct.
burn-proof wallet, it would be 1001. So I don't see any reason why all 200 holders shouldn't just immediately go on the 15th and get that burn proofing. That's amazing.
Because of the benefit, exactly. Yeah, because
Yeah.
of the benefit that they get from burn proofing their wallet. That's a very good example that you highlighted there. You know, the balance of 1,000 Sable wallet went down because it wasn't burn proof to 952, and the burn proof stayed up 1,001. That's a good example right there
Yeah.
of how
So
these two multipliers are keeping it stable, if you will.
yeah. So Hemikid asks, why does the burn proof wallet show a drop in SEVO coin if it is burn proof in column G? Um, a drop. Yeah, like here to here. I think that's because it's a multiplier. You're not
Oh
you're not
yeah,
adding
on the
coins.
11th.
You just so you have to look at your balance daily. Your balance changes daily based upon the multiplier. You it would be higher one day, it would be lower one day. So in case, I guess if you were thinking like an investor and you wanted to trade to sell, you would want to do it when it was high. So when Bitcoin price um, is
Drops.
higher, right? Because you would have bigger. Actually, wait, it's not the price, it's the differential. Oops, I just realized that. The price is irrelevant. The Bitcoin price is irrelevant. It's the change in price that's relevant.
The 24-hour differential
Ah,
is
okay.
what you're looking at.
Okay. So to answer Hemikid's question, you're not. I think people might assume, and I think they assume that with Vitruvio multiplier also, that new coins are added to your wallet. But what is really happening is that your wallet balance, which is opaque for you, really, is multiplied by this number. So I get it now. Okay. This is going to take a little bit of wrapping brains around, but essentially, if you look at this balance here, there are days when actually, let's not look at the burn proof one. Let's look at the regular one. So there is
Yeah,
this like 2 days here. The second and the third, it went from 1,018. So here, it
to
started off
950.
with 1,000. It went to 1,018, and then it dropped to 952. And you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing. This is just a measure of how your wallet balance is changing based upon the multiplier, the combined multiplier changing.
Correct.
So
Correct.
this one is a steady pull up the Vitruvio column, the D, because we don't have deflation, we only have inflation. So
Correct.
this, but then it is countered by the Bitcoin change, which could be up
Price,
or
price
down.
action.
Okay,
Right.
got it. Very interesting. Uh,
Very, very interesting. I mean, I wish I can show a smile in my face because yeah, we've been going back and forth to this and in the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I think it's an amazing combination. We're not claiming something that the token cannot do, or Vitruvio. I mean, as we all know, we're all Vitruvio blockchain well versed, meaning we know that when we say daily rebases, it's when we hit the epoch, when we hit the threshold. But as you said, it's only inflationary. So the deflationary part of SEVO is the price action, the price differential, 24-hour price differential of Bitcoin. And when it goes up, then the multiplier kicks in.
Yeah, so Garfield, I'm hardcore geek. I'm sure investors, etc., are analyzing and thinking about this from the perspective of the Bitcoin multiple and all that. For me, I'll tell you what makes me super happy. That you're using the protocol rebasing in a unique way. That was the intent of it. That yes, it will obviously scale up the Vitru balance, but the idea of a rebasing protocol, if you go back to the early days when I made presentations, it was my dream that the rebasing would be used in games, for example, where your armament or
Right.
your strength or something changes according to the rebase. And I love it that this is straight up a token taking advantage of that multiplier because it is on chain. It's built into the protocol. So I
Correct.
that column D is what makes me really happy. So everything else I'm sure is amazing, and we'll find out about it. But this column makes me very happy.
Exactly. Exactly. And not only that, Nick, the future games that'll come on board, including the Sabong game, can
Yeah,
also utilize. That's the reason why SEVO is a Sabong token, because of that, because of that future plans that we have uh, for Sabong and ultimately for the blockchain. I constantly ask the team this question: how can we help the blockchain bring in the masses? Can we come up with a product that is not just seen day in and day out? Pump and then dump and gone. Can we come up with a product that would actually be embraced by the masses? Because if we can, then that means we didn't only help the blockchain grow, we also help the community that we love from the very beginning, that I love from the very beginning, that you love from the very beginning. So
yeah.
we're excited. We're excited to move forward with this on the 15th, and we're excited on the 30th for the first day of our pink sale. I have no doubt that we will get past the soft cap and work our way up into the hard cap sooner rather than waiting for the expiration of the time allotted to us.
Yeah, I'm clicking through some of these other website links now. So I see that you've got a token comparison. This looks interesting. Um, this reminds me of Ampleforth and all that. I did a lot of research on this earlier when we were doing the Vitruvio rebasing math. Yeah,
Oh, you see that the Olympus Finance?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Prax
yeah.
Finance.
Because there's very few examples of tokens that actually do this and do it well. Um, so, but having a double vector or double kind of chain is very interesting, and I'm intrigued by it. I'm gonna dive into that table a bit more. So let's see. We looked at
Please
the.
do.
This is the one we haven't looked at yet. What is this? Oh, this is the bridge one. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Savo X is like the wrap Savo. So that's the cross chain token. When you're ready to cash out, when you're ready to off ramp to exit, it's not on chain, so it's cross chain.
Okay. So so you have Ethereum, BSC, and Polygon. Looks great. So Rojas has a question there, which is basically about the Explorer Mint. And his question is, how does the rarity of our egg factor into the Savo token? Because it says it will be locked for 3 to 12 months based on the rarity. So I'm guessing that if it's more rare, it's locked for less time or more time? Uh,
Correct. The,
less
no,
time,
the
right?
if it's right, yeah, because that's why it's rarity because of the rank. So, and again, it's not costing anything to our supporters. We just base that giveaway and the lock period based on the rarity. So, in other words, if your egg is, let's say, ranked towards the top, then you have less lock. If your egg is ranked towards the bottom, you go all the way up to 12 months based on your rarity.
Super Vitruvian
I
asks,
can double check. Yeah, I can double check with the team on that.
yeah, Super Vitruvian asks, what will be the price in pink sale? So that was covered here in the FAQ. I can in the public sale. So there it is.
That would be a nickel.
Yeah, a nickel. Okay, 5 cents. All right, great. If there's any other questions of, do you are you willing to take have people join the stage now with questions or have any comments?
Of course, yes. I'd
Yeah.
love to.
So please please raise your hand if you have a question for Garfield or have any observations you want to share? Um,
I'd love to because that's what we want. Number one, for you to really look at what we've done
so
so far, and for
Rohan has another question. Can Sabong egg holders buy SEVO with Vitru or Vitro from the 15th to the 30th? What is the currency that you would be using for the Explorer Mint?
believe it or not, Nick, we had that conversation. I had that conversation with the team last night because as I showed them how Verse was performing, and it's an amazing performance that we've seen in the last less than 24 hours. We wanted to also participate, so hang tight on that, guys. I will probably have like one day within that period of January 15th to the 29th, one day that all can buy Vitru or Vitro. Let's just give us a little more time to solidify that, because we want to help the community as well as the blockchain. So by creating that one day or 24 hours of sale, that they'll be able to buy with Vitru or Vitro.
Okay, I can probably just update the FAQ then. Okay, cool. Yeah, but if anyone has any questions for Garfield or wants to talk about this more, but I think it's pretty clear for me. There's one action everyone needs to take now who has an egg or get an egg. Go to the website on the 15th
Correct.
and
That's pretty much
claim your
the first one.
free 50 savo per egg. And most importantly, I guess you would want to do that because it burn proofs your wallet.
Correct. Without having to buy.
Okay, let's see. Onsite has a question here. To use Vitru to mint some eggs, I would need to bridge them to wrap as many of them that I want to, then swap them for USDC poll. Then do I need to? Uh, I think I think this question covers many aspects, but it's probably one someone else can answer directly there because it's a bit long. Um, okay, so we're about we're about an hour in here. I don't see any hands raised. I see one hand
And
raised. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'd like to invite the community to browse through the website, and um, there's a lot of information there, especially the FAQ, so that we can all learn together. Or if there's any observation that you feel that you wanna address, please feel free to do that in our Sabong channel as well.
Great. I guess if you do this town hall again, Garfield, you gotta test your video and make sure you got the permissions
Yeah,
so we can see you.
at least the community know is learning about Garfield, how Garfield is so not techie, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's
So
okay. I think we covered it. This is great. Stephen K says, Savo, love it. Yes, it's. I think Wednesday is cool. The ability to essentially immunize your wallet makes your wallet pretty valuable, I think, and it would seem like an automatic thing everyone should do who bought an egg because it costs nothing and it's a huge benefit.
yeah, exactly. The
Right.
burn proof in my opinion actually is probably like I said a while ago, it's sweet and sour, right? Sweet and sour. It's not really sour because it's only sour when it burns and your wallet is not burn proof. It's not immune, but it's sweet because it decreases the supply.
Yeah. I'm also interested in, and probably will talk more about this. Is I'm interested in learning exactly what mechanism will be used for the Bitcoin price. My guess is, we use Labs Bridge, which is amazing. So my guess is it's using the bridge to just look at the value of wrapped BTC. That would be my first guess at it.
The
That
current, yeah, the current value. So if it's 94, whatever that current value is, then we go from there.
got it. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So I think that I don't see any questions unless you have some more things to add. Do you have anything else you want to share?
I just wanted to say thank you. The commitment I have in my mind and my heart continues on, and as I see that Nick and Mike and the rest of the team as well are rallying, and hats off to Mike as well for the work that he's done, and of course to the community. I think if we continue to hold hands together, as you always said, together we are strong, divided we fall. That's the same mantra that I carry in my heart, that we work together. And I think that this token will give us an opportunity of bringing more of the outsiders and ultimately hitting the masses to see the Vitruvio blockchain.
100%. And Garfield, in return, I would say that I don't have enough words to thank you for the level of support you've provided our project. You're a rock star in our community, and I'm eternally grateful to you. I think you've been instrumental in moving the needle on our progress, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Nick. At the same time, I think I always look at it as a two-way street, because of the leadership that you have displayed since you began, and the people that you have employed, including the participation, the joining of Mike. It only requires for it to be reciprocated, and that's the reason why me and my team continue to do the things that we do to reciprocate the hard work that you guys do as well. So if we can all do that, I think in a bigger scale, in a bigger scheme of things, I think, especially this rollout of Verge yesterday, this is just mind blowing, in my honest opinion. Only because I thought, the person that you're talking to is my partner, so he keeps me afloat, with what's going on. I'm not a producer, an executive, or director, but he keeps me afloat, and I'm going like, wow, that is amazing what you guys are doing. So, guys, if you haven't yet, uh, state your vitro. I can tell you this much: stake it. I've seen a lot of people on Discord that have staked 20, 40, 50,000, and seeing it as 1:1. Guys, remember, this used to be 400:1. And then it went down to 50:1, right, Nick? Now today it's 1:1. You can't go wrong. And that's the reason why I'm so excited for everyone that are on board with the Verse program.
Absolutely fantastic. I love everything you're doing with Sabong. I love everything you're doing with Sevo. And thank you again for all your help. Thank you to the community who's stepping up here and uh, working lockstep with us, hand in hand, to move this project forward. I'm absolutely pumped about all the work we are doing on Exhibit, on Verse. And I think a few people were asking us for hints about the movie projects. So I'll just leave this here that we'll probably drop a reference tomorrow. So on one of the projects, and uh, that will give people something to think about. So very exciting times ahead. Thank you, Garfield. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this Saturday morning town hall. Hope you have a great weekend. Please go stake some Vitru, get your verse, or swap some Vitru, get your verse. We are really excited about the progress. Let's hit that million unit mark today, unless we've already hit it, and I haven't checked the site a
Yeah,
bit. But we're very close.
that's right.
Let's get there.
Very close. We're at 9:26.
Oh, all right. We'll get there then. All right. Thanks everyone. Have a great weekend. See ya. Bye bye.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, everyone.